Hello everybody and welcome back to Meister Tarot. Hope you're all well and this cooler change we've had come through is treating you well. Thank you for joining me again. And wherever you are in the world, I hope even though if it's raining or snowing or windy, I hope inside the sun is shining on you. Okay, today I want to have a quick look at something that's been, not so much in the news, but the media have been concentrating on the Queen's health. So I want to have a quick look and see, A, will she step down? And B, will Charles become king, or will the ascension pass straight to William? So something a little bit different today. Now, the cards I'm using today are my Light Seers Tarot. I use these cards usually for family and friends, but hey, being a colonial gal in the Antipodes, we are practically royal family, or we consider ourselves equal to the royals in many ways. So I'm just going to have a quick look, and they are beautiful cards. Oh, the Star of Hope. Star of Hope, and she's also a restorative and respite and basically rejuvenation card as well. So that's not a bad message for today. So just very quickly, as you know, the Queen, she's 95, and my goodness, doesn't she do well for 95? Hope I'm as sprightly as she is at her age. She's had a long reign of responsibility weighing heavily on her shoulders. She's been through wars as a young princess in World War II before she came to the throne. She's also overseen many other responsibilities in her time. But all through that, she's retained her dignity, she's retained her sense of humour. You know, whether you love them or loathe the royal peerage scenario of being born into fame and fortune, whether you agree with that or not, one does have to admit that the Queen has always retained her poise, retained her dignity, even under adversity, such as Trump's walking in front of her, which is a big no-no. She's always retained her sense of humour, her charm. So I just want to quickly ask cards, please, yes or no answer. Oh, no, not so much yes or no. Tell me about, oops, flipping out everywhere. Oh, they're flipping out everywhere. Tell me about the Queen's health. Tell me about the Queen's health. As you know, I shall ask a different question, because, look, to be honest, at 95, health is never really something one should be asking. Will the Queen step down? 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 Will the Queen Elizabeth II, Elizabeth Windsor, will she step down? Thank you, Meister. Will she step down? Let's have a quick look. You and me together. Okay, signifier. King of Swords. Now, even though this is a male figure, this is the Queen. She's a strong authority figure. She's also a mentor. She will share her wisdom. You've got the owl here amongst many. She cares for all that are under her power. Or power is the wrong word. That come underneath her. But swords are also a logical, insightful, the King of Swords is a logical and insightful figure who cares for all those who fall within his realm of power. Out in the cold. Oh, this is an interesting one. Okay. Just see what else it brings me up. Coming to the surface and a difficult decision. So what I'm actually seeing here is that this is also contracts. This is also the contract of her passing on the peerage to the next in line or whomever. But what I see from here is disappointment, feeling left out in the cold. This is the path that the moon has a lot of meanings, but to me this one today is talking about the path one is meant to take. So in the light of the full moon, you can see this path leading towards rising up from below to the surface and then taking the path, and then difficult decisions. Base of the pack is seeing things from a different point of view, but also suspension and pausing. And what I actually see from this is that the Queen is not actually going to step down. I will clarify that. What I'm seeing is she'll actually wait until she passes, but I will just clarify that. Please, Meister, clarify for me. Will the Queen's reign last until her passing? Will the Queen's reign last until her passing? Please, Meister. Will the Queen's reign last until her passing? Will the Queen's reign last until her passing? Will the Queen's reign last until her passing? Oh, flinging out. King of Pentacles as well. Again, you know, authority figure. He's very practical. Again, leadership and mentorship, but he is the king of practicality. Oh, base of the pact is the Hanged Man again. Judgment. So this is an inevitable ending, and the Queen of Wands, and she's a queen who is very inspiring, self-aware, confident in herself. So this is telling me that no, she's very aware of her responsibilities, and this is, as I said, this is the inevitable ending, but I don't think that she will actually step down as such until, so that the line of ascension won't pass on until she deceases. Now, I don't feel that she'll actually live as long as her mother did. You know, she's got great genetics, but I don't think that she'll actually live as long as her mother. But what I'm getting is no, she won't step down in favour of Charles. She will basically keep going until she physically cannot go, and mentally. I mean, she's sharp as a tack still. Until she physically and mentally cannot keep going, at which stage she will pass on. So, next question is, will Charles, when the Queen passes, will Charles then become king? So will Charles become king? Because there is talk that the Ascension will miss Charles and go straight to William. So I just want to have a quick, I have read on this before, but it doesn't hurt to double check again instead of me just telling you. Will Charles become king? Will Charles become king? Will Charles, when Queen Elizabeth II, Elizabeth Windsor, Lilibet as she was known in her childhood, and who Harry and Meghan have named their daughter after, Queen Elizabeth. Will Charles become king? 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 Right. Thank you. And let's have a quickie look. Right. Okay, this is holding things close to your chest, but also a bit of insecurity. Oh, I don't read upside down. Some of my cards are obviously upside down. Two of Wands, there is a decision in regards to the ascension plan. The Sun and the Tower. Getting a lot of major arcana today. So the Four of Pentacles is telling me that there is consideration going on behind the scenes as to what is best for the monarchy to retain the integrity and dignity of the monarchy. There was a lot who didn't like what Charles had done to Diana. You know, I totally agree with that. I also look at it and say, well, if it wasn't for Charles and Diana, we wouldn't have William and Harry. But also the firm, you know, didn't allow Charles to marry the woman of his choice, who was Camilla. So he was basically forced into marrying this beautiful and innocent young girl who didn't know what she was getting in for. So it's all very murky. So there is decisions being made as to protecting the integrity of the monarchy. Plans are in place and are being made. But yes, I do see Charles becoming king, but shortly afterwards passing it on to William. This is an abrupt change, can also be breaking down of old structures to rebuild anew. And I see in that card as, yes, he will become king, but it will pass on. He will step down quickly and pass it on to William. Yes, next in the deck is the Ace of Swords. So he is aware of how he is perceived. This is Charles being aware of how he is perceived, and he wants a clean break and a new beginning. So base of the pack is the High Priestess, a very intuitive figure. Again, this is Charles, but I think what it is Charles also knows that he is better served for the future of humanity and Earth in a role that is not hindered by him being king. This is what I've seen intuitively. In some ways, I think she's telling me to be intuitive about it as well. That he has seen himself in a role where he can be more influential, not as king, as the king father. Perhaps he has been, oh, excuse the paint, that's the colour of my front door. He has been very ecologically minded. A long time before it was considered acceptable, he was thought to be eccentric. I love it how he's converted his car to run on excess wine and the way from cheese making. Now I want to know what this excess wine thing is. I've never heard of excess wine in my household. But yeah, he's always been very ecological minded, and I think that he believes he can be more powerful, more influential as the king's father, rather than being tied down in the duties of being king himself. So also on the base of the pack is the Fool card. This is new starts with courage and faith, and I think that's the way it's going to go, is that they're going to, he's going to pass, he's going to become king, but very quickly he's going to pass it on to William, which is exactly what my previous reading had said. So, my last question is, will William, oh, of almost 2 questions, so I'll do very, very quickly. Just wondering what the most important was. Well, we know William's going to become king, so I'll ask, will William make a influential and modern king? Will William be an influential and modern king that can relate to the people? Will William be a relatable king? Will Prince William make a relatable, oh goodness me, right, well I didn't even notice this one had flung out. It was sitting over on the table there. This is the wheel of fortune. This is fate and karma. This is the fact that William will become king, and it is about closing of a chapter and opening of a new chapter. So yes, he will become king. I'm just looking at the joy of the young figure on top of the wheel there, which tells me that yes, he will be a relatable king. What else have we got under here? The 10 of Cups. Yes, this is all about family and joy. Queen of Wands, she is an inspiring and confident figure. And the Page of Pentacles, who is someone starting out on a journey, a young person, but they are dreaming big. They will work hard. So yes, I do believe that William will, and then circles of support. So yes, I do believe that William will make a modern and relatable king. So that's my reading for today. I hope that sorted out some questions for you. If you've got any questions, please put them in the comments below. And it's good to have that reading I had done previously reaffirmed today. And thank you for joining me. See you next time. Take care. Bless you all. Bye-bye.